This
say,
conference will now be recorded.
oh no, we don't do the land acknowledgement or anything. So okay, so everybody is here who we're expecting.
Yep.
And we have, that makes quorum. 245 is quorum.
Yeah. 5 voting members. Yep.
We haven't had any applications in the last week.
Nope.
Okay. We did challenge somebody at our council meeting, if anybody watches those, but anyway, okay, so great. So let's call the meeting to order. And we've just taken attendance. We got 5 of us here. Yay. And Mike can't come. Now is the time for anybody to disclose any pecuniary interests, or of course, anytime during the thing, if you find out that, oops, we're talking about a topic, you can declare it then. Can we have an approval of the agenda for today's meeting? I need a mover and a seconder. Dave moves and RuPaul seconds. All those in favor? Great. So that's the agenda that we're going to go. How about the draft minutes that Emma sent today from the July 17th meeting? Did anybody have any additions or anything on that? Problems with it? Shall we move to accept it then? Anne's going to move and Dave's nodding to, oh, nope, Sally's going to second it. And so everybody in favor? Great. So then thanks for sending those today, Emma. And adoption of the minutes. Why is that? Review of the draft minutes, adoption of the minutes. Yeah, so we did that. Business arising from the minutes. No. Right? We're just carrying on. Okay. I don't see any public members here for questions, though. Holy crow. We put it out there. They should come. And unfinished business and deferred items. We just have the Mono Melodies review. Anybody have anything to say about it? Anne?
So I didn't see very many of us there. I think I saw only you, Melinda, and Emma, and I were there.
Listen, you snuck out before it was over.
Oh, whoa. It was supposed to end at 4.
But it was rocking and awesome.
I had a meeting at 4:30. Therefore, I waited till 4:20, Melinda.
I'm just
And
razzing.
that would be my only concern, is that it did go long. And I don't know what it finally did end, because as I said, I had a meeting at 4:30, so I left at 4:20. So I just thought I would make that recognition that it did go long.
Yep.
But I will say that it was I thought it was an improvement over last year's. I liked the variety. I thought it was really great that we had some young people, 2 groups of young people, and that gave a bit of a different tone to it.
Well, we had young people last year. We had more young people last year.
I thought that the ones that we had this year were a little bit better. And anyway, so it was inside, as we know, because it was a rainy day. And I could see some advantages to being inside, but I also see advantages to being outside. So I don't know if other people had it. Well, it was only you and I that were there, Melinda. I found that one thing that was really nice, I liked sitting in the comfortable chairs. I didn't know if dogs were allowed, but there were 2 dogs there. So
very well behaved, because mine stayed in the car.
So I just thought that if it is inside, I think there has to be a decision about dogs. I'm a dog lover. It didn't bother me at all, and they weren't a nuisance. But I just thought, I just didn't know what the regulations were around having dogs inside.
It's fine to have dogs inside. There was no food being sold, so.
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Kim.
It's fine to have dogs inside the building. There was no food being sold. Like it wasn't a restaurant type atmosphere. I didn't know there were dogs there. I'm just letting you know that, occasionally renters will ask me if they can bring their their animals and
Their ring bearer from their wedding,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That kind of thing. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, they were they were very very well behaved and kept to themselves. Like they didn't like and they didn't know each other. The two dogs passed by and were, sniffed and carried on. They were fine. Yeah, it was a terrific event. I was babysitting a teenager, and so I'd brought them along with me, and in my car, because they were staying with me for the week, in my car was their cello. So I figured that the music would be a 15-year-old, and the music, and the kids were Charlie's going into grade 10, and the people that we had were a grade 10er and then two grade 11s. And so Charlie really enjoyed the whole thing. But I brought the picnic basket because I thought maybe we would, even though we had moved inside, that we would maybe be grouping seating and so on. And so anyway, we had the picnic basket there and we ate afterwards. But it was awesome to see our mono pavilion turned into a concert hall, as it were. We were all sitting there nicely, and the stage in the middle, and yeah, it was a great. Thanks needs to go to the guy who started the Twisted Covers thing, because it was his
Yeah.
students. Jeff, it was his students that were the adult performers. My adolescent with me said it would have been nice if we'd shaken up the order so that it would be young person, old person, young person, old person, because the old people all played. In fact, even the young people did when the covers were, 1970s, 1980s. It was, guitar stuff. And so Charlie didn't, know any of the songs, just identified, it would have been nice if the young people hadn't all just been at the beginning, but it did kind of crescendo up with talent to the more seasoned adults playing, even though they were a new group or group for them or whatever. So the whole thing was a success, and I think the third year is going to be even better. But we do have to thank Jeff, because he really. So that's our networking, right? That's what you do, the networking, to have people helping you. So Emma, did you have any input?
No, I think for when our last RAC meeting, not having a lot of performers, I think it came out really well. It was great to have Jeff's help again. And if it wasn't for him, I don't think we would be able to, because he's a huge help with all the sound and all of that. So, but yeah, definitely an improvement from last year. And I'm sure next year will be even better.
Yeah. Great.
Question: Did you guys give the entertainers a thank you gift? Was
The moms
Yes.
again? Yeah.
Yeah, I bought 5 moms and gave each one a mom.
okay.
Yeah. I guess
Hmm.
actually, did we follow up with them? It would probably be a good idea to follow. Did you follow up with them in some way?
Yeah, I was emailing with them back and forth after. They all loved it. We're supposed to let them know when it's happening again if we ever needed more performers, or need more performers for anything. And again, like Jeff sent over all the videos and everything to them, so we have, and he's in the process of sending me them, so we'll have those for advertising purposes next year because everything was recorded. And
That's right. Jeff's daughter was there again this year recording everything. I, of course, took little snippets again to be able to use of everybody from Emma's chair at the very back in the center, and the daughter was off a little bit. She was seated and closer to the stage. So I got some views of the audience, which we had a really good turnout. There were 50 people there. I mean, it was,
good.
it was good. Now, everybody,
Yeah.
Charlie said to me, all the people are like with the performers. It's like, yeah, that's okay. Their mums and their uncles and their neighbors. Okay, that's what this is all about, right? But yeah, there were 50 people there. It was terrific. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Good. Did you prefer having it like if the weather was conducive for outside, would you want to go back outside next year?
Well, I think the whole summer festival picnic, bring your blanket. I mean, it adds a little. It really was like Yeah, that was like a concert hall. Everybody was quiet. Every time I got up, I was conscious that I was getting up and so on, versus the feeling of more roaming and chatting while you're listening to great music, right? It was just, it made it a very different atmosphere. Great, but different. I'm not sure which is better. What did you think, Anne? Because you were there last year as well.
So yes, I was there last year and I was there this year. Just so you know, there was a couple in front of us that chatted quite a bit indoors. So just because it feels like a concert hall, it though not everybody treated it like that. Just saying. Whereas if you're outside and you can spread yourselves out a bit more, if people want to chat, it's not as distracting. So that's something to think about. I myself, I love to be outdoors if the weather is good. So that would probably be my personal preference. And yet it was kind of nice to be inside because the seats were so comfortable and the washrooms were real handy. And so I can see pros and cons. We do it in August because we hope for good weather, I think. I think that's why we choose to do it in
Oh,
August.
yeah.
And have it outside. So that's my 2 cents.
Well, it was one
And
of
when
those days. Oh, pardon me, Emma.
No, I was just gonna say I'm not sure if Rock is aware of this. I think I brought up the last meeting that the soccer barbecue, instead of having the barbecue because we couldn't rent the barbecue, we had Blissful Treats from Shelburne, the ice cream truck come. He absolutely loved it, and he said if we have any events where we would like him to show up, he would be happy to do so for free. So I've made a note for that for next year that he would love to bring his trailer because I was telling him about this event. It didn't work with the schedule. Obviously, we were inside, and it didn't work with the schedule anyways. But if we wanted to have him next year, he'd be happy to come free of charge and bring his trailer with ice cream.
Oh, that'd be terrific. That'd be terrific. I forget what I was going to say. Yeah, oh yeah, right. It was the day that it flooded in Toronto. Like it was deluge of water. And so being inside was just cozy and lovely. I mean, we wouldn't have been, we wouldn't have been inside unless that was the forecast, because the weather had been okay, knowing that this storm was coming at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and it came. It came because I had the windows open in my car for the dogs. Anyway, so that was a big success. Okay, next, any other comments? Okay, next then on to new business. Kim, Halloween party.
Okay, if you guys want to check your inboxes, I sent you the draft to-do list for this year's Halloween party.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go grab it off the
I
printer.
can't look at it now. I'm gonna get it. Here. Here.
All right, so this is just a copy of last year's of who all
Yeah,
was
it's
there and available.
right. So this is predominantly, I just changed the date and very quickly went through it to change a few things, but the focus will be to go through this right now and verify, who can be present at it, verify who can do what. And
Kim,
you'll
can
see.
you forward that to me? I'm not a part of the RAC emails yet. If you just send it to RAC at Tanimono, I'm not a part of those yet.
You got it.
Quiet. You can make it bigger.
You guys shifted around. Did we lose somebody?
Yeah, we were offline temporarily, but we're back.
Okay, good.
There you go, Emma. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You switched.
That's what I said too. Okay, so we probably are going to get a lot of the same people. Fred and Frank always help and everything, but you wanted to go down to the actual list of things that we're doing after we
You
say
have
whether.
something to say, don't you?
What's the date? 27th. Saturday.
Okay.
You better say
Did I
something.
put the wrong date on it? No, Sunday the 27th.
Sunday.
Yeah.
27th. Is that right? Okay.
Yes, Dave.
So, Sally and I cannot attend on that day.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
We,
you will be missed.
we have a Bruce Trail event that goes until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So,
I might
Okay.
come in the afternoon, but I'll see.
so we can't attend. So anything on there that's got my name beside it, I
Or Sally's,
unfortunately
okay?
won't be able to do.
Okay, appreciate you letting us know, and as always, appreciated how many years you have been there. It's been amazing. You will be missed. Thank you. Yeah, Anne.
And I have theater tickets that day from 2 to 4. It's a matinee. I made those, bought those tickets a year ago. So I can, however, help set up, and I can come back and help clean up. And I can make cupcakes ahead of time. Right, Sally?
Well, I can actually help set up, like prepare in advance as well. And I might, is the Halloween party actually runs from 3 to 5? That's what it says. Okay.
Yeah, we do it from 3 to 5. Yeah, that's what time
Okay,
it's always been.
I probably can come, I might be able to come later, like after we're done.
Well, yeah, I could too.
Well, you may not be able to, I can.
Okay, so so being present. So just I'm just gonna, because this is who's going to be there the day of, like for the event. So Anne, Sally, Dave, I'll mark you off, but I'll put a little notation available for setup. Are you available for setup at all, Dave and Sally, or just
No.
Anne?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, set up on Saturday, not set up on Sunday.
Right. So
Yeah.
setup though will be Sunday.
Yeah. No, we're not
Right,
available.
because it's 3 to, right, because it's 3 to 5, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our other event starts at, I think, 9 in the morning or 10 in the morning. So,
9 in the morning.
Sure. Okay. I'm not sure, we'll check if Mike's going to be there. Rupal, are you going to be available?
I think next I'll try to. Unfortunately, my dad is leaving next day, so I'll be 3 to 5. I'll try to be there for sure. 3 to 5. Is
Okay.
it
The only reason I'm
samosa?
asking is because if we have you, if we give you functions for that day,
Yes,
we
yes,
need to
definitely.
count on that you're going to be there.
Yes, yes.
So Rupal's going to be there.
Yes. So
And what about your
is it?
husband? I know.
I don't think so this time because I think
Okay.
it's a packing and all. So I'm
Sure.
also trying. Yeah. So
Okay.
is it samosa this time? No samosas, right?
No
That's
samosa.
Winterfest.
Okay.
That's
Winterfest.
Winterfest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Winterfest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I did confirm my cousin will be there, Annie. I'll confirm whether or not Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'm assuming they will be there, but I will definitely check in on that, and as well with Barb and Raymond.
All right.
And I'm not sure whether or not Fred and Franca will be there. Kim to confirm. Okay. So in the event that because we're losing 1, 2, 3.
What about if we put a call out to the community?
Yeah, like I mean, this is a big event to put on.
It's a big event, and some of those young families that come year after year. Now, I mean, Mike's not here today, and he is usually very helpful with this.
Yeah.
And he's got the couple of teenage kids that he brings along. I don't know how helpful they are, but he does, because I haven't ever spoken to them or anything, but he does bring a couple of people with him. But I wonder whether, a real community call out that, you know, now's your chance to step up and
Yeah.
help us.
We can also announce it at council. I guess council's next Friday next week, so the 27th.
Oh, that's
We
right.
could announce it at council as well, Melinda.
Yes, I can do that. Or we can put it on our social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And see if we just cast the net and see at this early stage whether we get somebody. Like everybody knows what they're doing now, you know, for Halloween itself, right? They're taking their little kids out. But what about the actual Sunday, which is the Thursday, right? So, but the Sunday before, like, what are you doing the Sunday before? And see if we can get some people who yeah, come volunteer and then find out whether maybe you want to be on the RAC committee too and everything, right? Like, might be a good way for us to kill a couple of birds there. But yeah, we need more people.
Yeah, Emma, could you organize a social media then type of call out to Mono residents?
You love
Yeah, I'll work with Andrew on it.
Pardon me?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'll work with Andrew because I know he's done volunteer calls just to keep it all consistent with the town branding. So I'll work with him and then I'll get that out this week.
Okay, that'd be great.
Great.
And just it should have a due date by, to let us know whether or not they're going to be available to help. And I would say
soon. Make a commitment now.
Yeah, perhaps by October the 7th, if they could let us know.
Sounds good.
Okay. Of course, Em and I will be there, and if need be, we'll ask Shelby if she's available. She's quite busy these days, but we can ask her if need be. I prefer not to call Shelby in for the Sunday if I don't have to, just because her work schedule is pretty full at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so again, number of expected registrations. Hopefully we stick at 300. I mean, we're asking for all of $5 this time. My question to you is, which I can't remember, under the age of 2 are free? Is that what so 2 and above are $5? Okay.
Yeah, and I was just speaking to Andrew today, and the registration's ready, but while he was doing the tests, it wasn't working with inventory, so he's hoping that it'll be up in the next day or so. Just the inventory wasn't working, and he wants to make sure that works in case we get a influx, and that way we don't end up with 500 people registered when we only have 200 spots or 300 spots.
Okay. So I'll say by the end of the week?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So the budget for the event, we have $2,500 in the budget plus whatever registration fees we bring in. So let's say maybe we bring $1,000 in registrations. So we've got $3,000 for or $3,500 maybe for the budget. Last year, as far as food is concerned, this is what we gave away last year. Seems to be a big hit. Taking the cake away was a good idea. We don't need the cake anymore. But the cookies, Rice Krispie Squares.
Where did we end up buying those cookies from? I know we made the Rice Krispie Squares, but where did we buy the cookies from?
We got them from Costco.
Oh, okay, great.
We got, am I getting mixed up?
Somebody has to just go to Costco. I don't have a membership. They're cracking down apparently now.
Did we not get the absolute or
No.
my?
No, you know what, Emma, you're correct. I'm getting mixed up with the Winterfest. So yes, we Absolute Catering made all the treats for us, the cookies and the Rice Krispie squares.
And how much was that? How much did that cost?
She was really good.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll tell you.
And Dave, all of the ghouls and mechanicals and everything, did you take any home, or are they all? Because I know over the years you've commented about how, no, I don't want them. Or do we have them all for the haunted house?
There's a mixture. Most of them are there in the storage room downstairs. Craig Fleetwood usually brings a few over from his place that I
Right.
originally built. I have one or two here at my place.
And do you think that we need them, or do you think that we can do it with the what's? Because I remember last year you got Dave Makowski to be involved, and the idea was that he was gonna set it up going forward. Do you think that we need what you have, or do you think we have enough to make a creepy experience for small children?
Yeah, most of the stuff is still there. The major effort that Dave and I put in was like creating the artificial walls in the
Yes.
basement to separate the spaces,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
things like lighting and that sort of stuff.
Right.
But the outdoor things that I normally bring over, I can still do those because I can bring those a couple of days ahead of time.
The guy in the toilet or whatever. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So last year for all of those, for 300 Rice Krispie squares and 300 cookies, we paid $300. So 50 cents.
50 cents a piece.
Yeah, it was a pretty good deal.
All right. Well, then I guess she gave us a good deal because she wants the business back. So let's just call her up. If we've got 2,500
Okay.
plus, then let's do that
Yeah.
again, I guess. And the actual cupcake production that the volunteers Anne and Sally did were for the children to decorate, right?
Yes. Yeah, the cupcakes.
I think we made too many. We didn't need that many.
Is that right?
Okay.
Okay.
We had a lot left over.
Oh, okay. Do you remember how many you made? Let's make
I thought it was
three-quarters.
around 150.
So let's just make 100. There's just so many activities for the children.
I'm sorry,
right?
I'm going to jump in
It's just
here
for the
because-
children.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hate the idea of not making enough cupcakes so that every child has the opportunity to decorate a cupcake.
Okay.
I'm sorry if we have extra left
That's
over.
okay.
We only spent $100 on supplies for cupcakes.
Did you guys
And
make?
last year we had a lot of no shows, and I think with the people paying $5, you're more likely to show up.
Yeah, we did have a lot of no shows. The actual attendance was down, right? The registration was fine, but the attendance was down. So did you buy cake mixes to make them, and it only cost that much money? Eh? Okay, great. All right, sure. So we'll make 300 or 100 or
I
whatever.
think we make
you made last
150.
How many out of 300 are actually
Oh.
children? Because their parents have to register too, right?
That's right.
Oh, okay, then yeah, right. Okay, so they make 150. The ones make what you made in case everybody shows up. Is
So-
Kim's thought, right?
Can
Yes.
I be, if Sally and Art cannot be there, I can take care of that cupcakes.
Well, they're made on we made them Saturday, I think. The last
No,
time.
I mean
Station of
Oh, you
decorating.
need to run the decorating.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, RuPaul, you do that. Yes.
Okay, I can do that. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, that's great. So just a minute, let me just make notes here.
And then we just had on your food items here, there's those giveaway food items, and then which I guess we gave them tickets, right, Emma? And then the
Yeah.
coffee and the lemonade and the water or whatever. So we still need people in the kitchen, which I guess Annie always likes to be in the kitchen. Or does she just get in the kitchen? I'm not sure. Does she like?
No, she likes to be in the kitchen. She's quite comfortable in the kitchen, and she's not one to want to be out with the crowd. She's very comfortable in the kitchen.
All right. So yeah, so the coffee and the tea, there's a cost to that, right?
Yeah, we don't charge anyone for any of
Yeah.
this stuff. It's all part of your $5, right?
Right. And is it her child that it works for the candy factory or
Yes.
candy distributor?
Yeah, Mondelez.
And so are we on,
Yeah,
are
I've already given Annie the heads up. She's having dinner with her son as we speak. I said, you can just kind of drop the hint that I will be in touch very shortly.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
Even I will let you know about my husband if because I have to ask him as per his schedule, so he can be help also.
Okay. Okay. So just Melinda, I'll let you keep going here with number 2, kitchen help on the day of.
right. So on the day, and last year, I don't know, maybe it was in Winterfest. No, I think Barb was in the kitchen. Oh no. Switch to a new camera. No, sorry about that. My phone is picking up. Anyway, sorry. Barb and Raymond. Raymond was with me painting the pumpkins, but I think Barb was in the kitchen helping.
Yes.
And so I think 2 people in the kitchen is what's needed, particularly because there's no money, right? Like this guy, it gets complicated when there's the money, like at Winterfest. But when this is just handing out, taking a ticket and handing something, it's not as
Yeah, but I think they're pouring the coffee.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you want 3 people maybe in there.
I'd sooner have more than not enough in the kitchen because I can get very busy.
So 2 more people in the kitchen. What's your neighbor Laura doing?
Oh, good one. Okay. Possibly Laura. Okay.
Because you can put me wherever, but
Yeah. Well, I have a feeling you're going to end up being the MC because we're losing our MC being Dave because he MC'd last year.
Right.
So you are a terrific MC.
Okay, sure, I can talk in the microphone. But well, yeah, we need to get, I don't know, I got my thinking cap on here as to who I could ask to come and volunteer, but I'm sorry. I don't have an Annie and a Laura in my life. And we're very lucky. Okay, so we do need a couple of people. RuPaul has Bamanosed out of the kitchen and is going to be on the cupcakes instead.
Which will be great. Can certainly.
Yeah. So and then I think all these things. I mean, staff Emma to get us the paper bags and filling the candy. That's a big job. I remember doing that one year, and Felicia did it one year, and it looks like Mike's kids did it. I don't know whether we can volunteer.
I'll confirm with Mike tomorrow if his kids can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then yeah, I'm happy to be at the you've got me down here giving them out at the end. I'm happy to do that too.
Great.
Poster flyer design, that's staff. So you guys are okay with doing that, Emma and Andrew, getting organized on that? Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's done.
And then the all of the entertainment, Kim, they're on speed dial for knowing or no?
So this is what I wanted to ask you. I haven't reached out to Noah yet because I didn't know what all of your thoughts are on do we bring Noah back in for a 3rd year? I know Emmett and I spoke about this today. And Emma has been, has sent some feelers out for other possible entertainers, and she's having some challenges because I guess there's a lot of other Halloween parties that weekend as well. So she's having some challenges with finding other entertainment. I have not reached out to Noah yet. Last year we paid him just shy of $700 to be there. However, the kids love him. Like he was a great find, Sally. So, question, do we want to follow up with Noah one more year, or does anyone have any other suggestions? Is anyone else able to do some legwork on looking for an entertainer?
Yeah, I have no idea. I would Google. Does anybody else have any?
That's how I found Noah. I just Googled, and there's actually an association that has jugglers and different things. I found it online, and I contacted a few of them, depending on how far away they were, and then Noah came up, and he was good.
It was really good.
So your thought, Kim, is that it's just that, if the kids keep coming and it's the same thing every year? Is that why you don't want to have them for a third year?
Oh, no, I'm fine to have him for a third year. I just,
Or is it $700?
I don't care that he's $700. I like, he's a great entertainer. The kids love him. That's why I'm just throwing it out there for you guys. Do you think that some people might think, oh, this guy's the one who, he keeps coming back. So do we throw someone different in the mix for this year? And then I don't even know if Noah's available. I have a feeling he's gone off to university. So that may put a little monkey in the wrench.
Does anybody, I was behind the table with the pumpkins and the paint, so I have no idea what the fellow even looks like, let alone what his act is like. Did anybody else have any input or thoughts?
I haven't seen him either because we were busy with this. Yeah.
He's really talented with his juggling and everything. And when he walks around and he comes upstairs, he gets lots of people looking at him. But downstairs, I saw a little bit of his show. It's pretty good. Kids like it.
All right.
My suggestion would be that we try and get him back, and that he's our first choice. And if not, then Em and I will do our darndest to reach out. And I mean, we're going to be doing the exact same thing that Sally did.
Google.
We'll just be Googling children's entertainers in the Dufferin area.
What's the name of that place? The place on the Vista. There's a place that has a summer festival every year in Orangeville, out in the country. What's it called? That fancy place is it on Kennedy Road or one of those places? They have a sign. It's
I don't know anything about it.
Anyway, or Theater Orangeville might also know of some people that do busking and stuff like that. They may have a list of some people because they may have connections. Someone in their group may have connections.
That's a great suggestion.
Yeah.
And I have a card from a man named Balloony Bob, and he does balloon animals. But I contacted him a year or two ago, and he's busy he's usually busy on Halloween, but we could contact him. He lives in Newmarket. It's Joel's father.
I know.
Does he do anything else besides make balloon animals?
Well, he dresses like a clown, and he does a little. I don't know. I think he does a little show. But his main thing is he makes balloon animals, stuff like that.
Which are kind of cool. The kids like them, except they pop. All right.
But I don't. He doesn't do a show the way Noah would do, like where they sit down and he entertains.
Yeah, I really like the setup between Noah, and then we've got the Orangeville Library Storytellers, Noah, Orangeville Library Storytellers. Like it's a nice So there's always something going on down in the lower south.
And the storytellers seem to enjoy themselves when they come.
Yes.
They don't say, "Ooh, don't ask me back again."
No.
And didn't we one year have the guy with the lizards and stuff? What happened to him?
He basically fell off the face of the earth.
Oh, okay.
He's no longer in
He was part of the
existence.
Great Extinction.
Yes.
Well, we did ban exotic animals there in Mono, but
Oh,
did.
well, it's all your fault then.
We had Al the Pal for many, many years.
Yes,
It was
we
like
did.
year after year. But I doubt if he's doing it anymore.
Was
Yeah,
was
maybe
he at
that's-
Halloween or was he at Winterfest?
He was often at both.
He was at Winterfest. Because he was always winning prizes in the snowflake draw.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Okay, no problem. I can do that.
Okay, next up then, and that's the entertainment, the library, the musical soundtrack. Ooh, Vincent Price and all that. MC for the day, photography on the day. Kim, your phone's
Yeah.
still working to do that.
My phone still works.
And the photo booth. All right, Dave set up the photo booth with the scarecrows and the hay bales.
So we're going to need someone to do the photo booth setup.
Corn stalks and a creepy drop sheet. Creepy drop sheet and corn stalks. So Anne, was it you that got the hay bales for us last year? Oh, sorry, you're muted. Anne, you're
You're
muted.
muted.
You're still muted. You're muted.
Muted.
Okay. 2 years ago, I did have them and we brought them up. Last year it was all arranged, but then Kim said somebody had already donated them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the next
But
door neighbor, the
Turnbulls.
Emily Collins, who lives right beside Mono Center, she
Sure.
very kindly has once again offered to donate the hay bales.
So
Yeah.
you don't need me to pursue that? Okay.
No. So, and the photo booth needs to just be set up the day before or set up the day of. I mean, if Emily brings over her things and her bales.
The day
It's a day of activity, eh? Okay, so.
But Dave, can we get the corn stalks from you? I know you brought some
I remember
last
Bought some
year.
last year, but I think I can probably find some.
Yeah, you went
Okay.
out in the night, I remember you saying.
We're not supposed to know that.
With the raccoon.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, that was a fun. I was picturing it. It was quite fun. Yeah, that'd be terrific, Dave, if you could help us with that since you are in the
I could
know.
probably do most of that setup the day before.
No, that'd be awesome.
Well, that would help. That would be great, Dave.
Signage for the day of the event, Emma, that's your forte. You're on that, right? The sound system, Shelby and Kim, and we with the microphone and the little thingies, we've got that organized. Just have to make sure it's charged, right? And well, then now about the pumpkins. What happened last year? The year before we had little ones. Last year we had ginormous, lumpy ones. Is that luck of the draw, or how does that happen?
Yeah, because we get them donated that we ask what they have. So it's whatever. Sometimes they grow, like I think last year the problem was that the orange ones didn't grow properly, so that's all he had to give us. So I've been in contact, like I know him well, Brian Besley, who donates them. So I've been in contact with him, but I'm just confirming on kind of, we'll get them again probably from him, but just confirming what we'll be getting.
Okay, great. All right, and then with respect to the craft stuff, you just go down to the basement and look at what we've got and fill in, purchase extra and purchase more, right?
I planned the crafts last year. I went
Oh,
on
you did
Pinterest
some.
and I picked them out and I wrote everything out and I set it all up for Big Brothers Big Sisters. I've done that
Oh,
for the last, I don't know how many years. Many years.
Terrific. So
But
do we
yeah.
still have that stuff that from last year or
We
no?
have to change them up every year. I don't keep it from time, like, I try to do it with things that are not difficult to find and simple things. But I don't know if we have enough stuff downstairs. You kind of have to go down there and inventory.
Right, okay. All right.
Sally, are you able to do the craft setup again, and then hopefully the Big Brothers Big Sisters will look after running it on the day of?
Well, Mike's just coming in. Um, I probably could do it in advance. Yeah.
That would really
And then we
help.
just need some coloring sheets too. And I think Emma had some kids just like to color.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And then with respect to the supplies for them, for pumpkins, we've got lots of paint and we cleaned up all the brushes and everything. It's just a matter of buying a couple more packages of things in case we need, right? Like the pipe cleaners and things like that, but.
Yeah,
And do
I
you-
have to go to Orangeville tomorrow to pick up some extra soccer photos, so I'm going to stop by the dollar store and get some stuff before they clear it out.
Okay, great.
And,
Okay,
and also it would be helpful. It would be helpful if Emma or Shelby or somebody could kind of go downstairs and do a little bit of an inventory, like how much construction papers down there in orange and black, how many googly eyes, 'cause I think we ordered a ton of googly eyes last year, and see if the glue's still good and stuff like that, because sometimes the glue dries out and then we need scissors. I mean, if it's possible for someone else to do that who's over there, I don't know.
Sure, I can get our Shelby to do that.
I don't like just to know how many roughly, like 50 or 100, like
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, Mike.
Hi, sorry, I'm a mic only because I'm
That's
at
fine.
11%. I've been at the courts all day, and I'm worried that if I put camera on, I'd go down to 0 in no time.
Okay.
Oh.
So did you want it? So therefore, you don't want to be pulling up documents and everything too, right? So you
yeah,
would
I'm
just
just
want
trying to listen to the best of my
just listen.
ability
Okay.
and remember some of the things from last year that were problems with, well, not problems, but things we just could have improved upon.
Well, so yeah, so if you jump in at any time,
Yep.
so far the only time your name has come up
Yeah.
was when we were wanting to know whether you and the kids, or maybe it was just your kids, would be open to filling the candy bags this year.
Sure,
Again.
yeah, we can do that again.
Okay. So then we've just been talking about stuff that your name hasn't come up again yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's coming down
Well,
here further on
first
this.
thing I'd like to know, Mike, will you be in attendance on the day of?
For sure.
Awesome.
Awesome,
And
because
I'll
we're
get as
about your
many high
kids?
school volunteers as I can, like last year.
Awesome.
yeah, that's what we need, Mike, because we're a little low on we have all these committee members with fun things that they do outside of Mono Rack.
Yeah. I'll bring enough so that we can fully staff the haunted basement and probably put someone on the stairs to control the flow, which has always been an issue.
Yep, I had that written down, Mike, that you had made that comment from last year too, so that we could do that this year. So that's great.
Good.
Okay, excellent. And to get you up to speed, Sally and Dave will be helping us with some setup, but they will not be at the event. And so, and also Anne will be not at the actual event. So we're a little slim on people from 3 to 5.
Okay. Well, what about Fred's the kids
Doha,
that are
yeah.
always around
Doha?
with Fred?
Yeah, Doha and
Doha.
the young
Yeah.
boy. I don't know. We'll have to ask Fred. Well, but
Because they're
so we
always
don't.
great at this party.
They are. And the little one is getting older. He could maybe actually do something instead of just
Late? Yeah, he probably can help.
because he's very cute. Okay. So we were just talking about the craft table and the pumpkins and things like that, and we were getting to the cupcakes, which I think we already had discussed earlier. That Sally and Anne will volunteer to make the
Anne's
cupcakes.
not available. Well, the Saturday, because I don't want to do them Saturday night. I don't really want to. And you're driving back from Boston that day? Yeah. I don't know if you'll feel like making cupcakes Saturday night.
Oh, then I misunderstood. I misunderstood earlier. That's okay then.
No, I would, but I need someone to help me because I don't know if Anne's available.
I'm not good in baking, otherwise I would love to help you. I don't want to spoil the cupcakes.
Well, I know there are some kids that are in the cooking classes at OD. It's just, is that okay if we entrust some high school kids to make the food for us?
Well, you mean under Sally's supervision? Because I know Sally's done the food safety course, so
Yeah.
I would feel okay under her supervision.
Okay.
Or are you saying?
No, I could have them come out on what is it, the Friday night before?
The Saturday probably during the day.
Okay.
It could be on what's on Friday? Oh, we have a euchre tournament on the Friday before. It's on my calendar.
Oh, really?
Our euchre tournament this year is Harvest Euchre's November 15th.
Oh, okay, then I have the wrong date. Well, sorry. I have a euchre tournament on the 25th with the pickleball club. That's why it's there. The pickleball club has one, so I'm not available on Friday.
Not available on Friday, so you would do it on Saturday.
I
Okay,
guess, yeah,
I'll check
Saturday.
in because a lot of these kids ski on the weekends, but I'll put the word out and see what their availability is.
Ski, it's October.
Well, you know what I
They
mean by
do that
ski, I mean
dryland
like
stuff.
sports. Like
Right.
I'm just thinking skiing because hopefully it'll stop being 30 degrees out.
It will. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the cupcakes are up for discussion, but we already had the discussion to say that we would like to make 150 of them.
Okay.
Okay, we might be able to do them Saturday afternoon.
And that RuPaul is going to be manning the booth at the day. But other than that, cupcakes are up for discussion. Craft table, cupcake table, supervision, pumpkin table set up. I'll do that. Emma set up on Friday. I'll do it. Registration table. We're good, right? Kim, Emma, and Melinda, and Fred if he's there, but we don't know. But
Yep.
we can handle the registration without him.
Yep.
Prepare the food boxes. You've got Shelby. That's for after. Leftover.
Well, we have them.
Oh no. Come. Yes. How are we doing that?
So I'm just saying what we've done in the past is we've asked for donations to the food bank in lieu of us charging a registration fee. This year we are charging a registration fee. So, do we still ask people to bring in donations to the food bank?
Well, no, but you could have a bin there in case people do, since it's been the
right.
The poster says admission $5 per person. Non-perishable donations will be collected for the food bank. Kind of giving people the option.
All right, so then we have to give. So then we have to have the bin. So that's a Shelby thing.
Yep.
And then the draw prizes. You want me to get those again? Did we have any complaints about what I bought last year? No. Okay.
You're so good at it.
It's fun. Okay, so I'll get the prizes. Emma's going to do the tickets and things. Decorations, our staff. And us around, those who can come early or before the 3 o'clock, right? When we come at noon or whatever, we start stickying stuff up. Right, that sticky tack stuff we put all over the decorations that we've got. So that brings us back there. So then this brings us down to the haunted house. So Mike, were you involved with Dave and Dave, right?
I think for the most part last year, Dave did all the setup, and then I just ran it with high school students the day of.
So then, since Dave Mole is off to doing exciting things, would you be able to be with Dave Makowski to help do the setup of putting the walls up?
Depending on the day, we can find a time, but most likely an evening, if that works for Dave, or would he want
That
to
won't
work
work
during
for
his
Dave.
normal hours?
Yeah, we would prefer that he do it during working hours. So, but Dave
Okay.
and Kim, Dave doesn't have a helper, right? Dave is the helper, right?
Yep, one and only.
And he
Okay.
is going.
Well, surely there will be a day or two of inclement weather around there that I can reach out to Dave and head up there.
That would be awesome. Do we need the basement at any time during the week before the event? No.
No, we've
Okay.
booked off, I believe, Emma, you know this better than myself. Have we not booked off the majority of the hall for the whole week?
Yeah, and I put it in the list to, well, nothing would be in the lower north anyways, but most of the week is booked off for decorating and all that.
Okay.
And there'll be time for Dave and Craig to make all their deliveries of all the stuff we use for the basement.
Well, that's
Well,
it. Yeah, speaking with Dave earlier here before you arrived, he said that we have most of it, but you're right. We should reach out to Craig across the park there. I can't imagine he would say no.
Yeah.
Well,
But
just to bring everybody, okay, so what I recall, I did speak with Dave Makowski about this today, and he said he remembers last year helping Dave Mole load up your trailer with a number of your items, Dave, that you took back home. So I know we have some, but I don't think we have the big ticket ones that you've always made the Halloween or the basement look so good with. I think next week Dave Makowski is going to try and take a look at what we have. I can get him, to take pictures, but he does remember helping you load up your trailer to take your items home with you. Last year when I reached out to Craig Fleetwood, he indicated that he doesn't have anything anymore. I think he still, though, even though he said that, I think he brought a couple of things like lights or something, or the electronics for the
Yeah,
lights or
he
something.
brought a few things over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm recalling as well.
Yeah.
The three
The
ghosts
things
set
that
up
Dave
for the
Makowski
entry.
got from me were like the squeaky paint peeling door.
Right.
That came from, and it's still here. I mean, he can come and get it if he wants.
So all of the monsters are still in the basement somewhere?
I think you said
I'm
there are all
not
the
sure
things in
if
the
we have
basement
the
somewhere.
monsters.
The monsters are in the basement
A
somewhere?
lot of them are in that storage room in the basement.
Okay.
oh, okay. So
Yeah,
we'll
some
take
of them are in there because they scare me every single time I walk in.
all right. So we'll take stock
The
of what's in
garage
there then.
Toronto.
I know Craig has the three ghosts. Like when you first walk in that first corridor, you're always seeing the three ghosts that move and dance, and that's Craig's. He always has that.
All right. So we have to reach out to him and
Ghosts.
ask if he can ask if
Yeah.
he's interested in donating those for the day, because he's no
Yeah.
longer really interested in volunteering with the event, but
Okay.
is my understanding.
So I'm sorry, Mike, you said he's got the three ghosts?
Yeah, you know when you first walk in and take a right, that first corridor, there's nothing much there. There's a couple like spiders hanging down, but right at the end of that, near where that door is,
Yeah.
at the far right, the three ghosts are always on that far wall. That
Ghosts
dance,
or
the
goats?
motion activated
Ghosts.
ghost.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's his. That's always his that he brings over.
Okay. I can touch base for sure.
Yeah, and then Craig also has a big kind of a hanging, I don't know what you call it, monster ghost that I made many years ago, and I gave it to him. He still has that. You can hang it from a tree or you can hang it from the ceiling. He's got that. I remember at the end last year, we took quite a bit of stuff back to his place in a wheelbarrow.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Okay, great.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got
Okay.
that barn at the back of his property, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so we have a plan for what to do for that.
Yeah.
And then next is the popcorn. So we need a volunteer. We've got Fred and Doha, so we need a volunteer to fill in for that when we get info about volunteers. And set up, we want everybody there at 1 o'clock because the event starts at 3. And that's it. And that's it. We're at the bottom of the list.
So setup, I'm sorry, is oh yeah, Sunday, October 27th. Yep. Okay. 1 p.m. Good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Anybody else think of anything else? Because I'm going to
Looks
go
good to
apply.
me.
My hands up. My hands up.
Anne has her
Oh,
hand up and
Anne.
she's
Anne has her
muted.
hand
Yeah.
up and her microphone on. What's up, Anne?
I'd like to circle back. Sally and I were just sort of corresponding. I am driving home from Boston. We're driving halfway on Friday, the other half time on Saturday. I should be back by 3. And Sally says she is available at 3. Is that my understanding, Sally? And that
Sure.
we would, that would be our cupcake making time, assuming that the kitchen is available.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will buy all the stuff for the cupcakes.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome. I've never eaten one of those cupcakes. I'd like to come over and decorate, pretend I'm a child. Come over and decorate with you, RuPaul, and get one. Okay, that'd be awesome, man.
Barring any huge traffic jams, we should be good to go.
That'd be terrific. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
That is great, Anne. Awesome.
Okay.
And when you say supplies, you purchase. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Who's going to purchase the supplies to decorate the cupcakes? Do you do that as well, Anne? Okay.
Anne
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
And all we need paper plates, and you need little knives and things. I don't know if there are any left over. I don't know if someone's going to do an inventory. Because we put the cupcake on a paper plate, and then you take a spoon and you put some sprinkles on the plate, depending on what kind of sprinkles they want. You ask the child, and then they spread the icing and they put the stuff on.
Right.
Okay, so paper plates and knives required.
Plastic knives, yeah.
And
But maybe you have some left over.
Those new bamboo ones now they sell, right? Anne?
Yes.
Don't you also need those little cups to put those little wee cups that you put the icing in? Or was that only during COVID we were doing
I think
that?
I just kind of took a little knife full and stuck it on the side of the plate.
And they
Like I
could just
took-
scoop the icing.
Well, no, I took it out of the container, put it on the side of the plate. They told me what flavor icing they wanted, and I put some sprinkles there, and then they just decorated. They had their plate with the cupcake and everything was on it.
So will you have the icing and everything ready, like just so RuPaul can?
Well, it'll be the icing's in the cans. So you have to take the icing, like I would just I can explain it to RuPaul. You just
Okay.
take a spoon and put a little bit on the plate, and then you ask them what kind of sprinkles, what color sprinkles they want, and then you put some on the plate, and then they decorate. You bring them the plate. And we had pre-prepared. It's good if there's 2 people at that because it gets very, very busy.
Yes.
I might be able to come back by 3. I think I probably will.
Do we have any get any of those cake, maybe they're too expensive, cake decoration ones that are you said googly eyes for the craft, but I was thinking they have those little candy ones too to put on.
Yeah, well, most of them just do. I think the icing we had white and chocolate, and I can't remember if we made some of the white orange. I think we might have. And then we just had sprinkles and stuff like that. We didn't do the googly eyes because they kind of just are like free form things in Halloween colors.
All right, sounds awesome. Okay, so that's organized. So that's it, right? So then the next thing on the list is then, again, we need volunteers because it was a ginormous job for the staff and freaking freezing last year, which is hard to believe, Mike, on 30 degrees today, but that it was all of a sudden, boom, it went frozen when we had our pumpkin walk the next day. What day are we actually doing that?
November 1st.
So November 1st, so the next week. Because I don't see it
It's
written
a
here.
Friday night, Friday, November 1st.
Friday night, which means you set it up.
Ginger, quiet.
You ask them to bring the pumpkins to Mono Nordic, and then we distribute them around Mono Nordic, or do you ask them to bring them to the town and you take them over to Mono Nordic?
So me and Kim had talked about this morning. So our game plan, normally we have them drop them off at Menorah, like the building. But this year we set, like me and David talked about it last year when we were putting the pumpkins out, that this year we're going to set the trailer out by the trail entrance and just have signage leading people there. So that way we can just hook up the gator when we need to to set them out. So it makes it one less stop kind of for us.
Yeah, because it took you guys all three of you, Shelby, you and Dave, all day, and then it took us volunteers. Dave, you were there, right? Was Sally? Were you there at night? No, just Dave. It was cold and it was a big deal, but it was really good that there were 5 or 6 of us doing it, right? Like it's
yeah, we had Todd. Todd was out there as well.
Yeah, it's a big deal. But at any rate,
I came with my family last time and some neighbors, but if you need extra hands to help set up, I can come earlier.
Yes. So
either to help set up or to help take down, one or t'other would be a big help.
Okay, sure, I can do that.
I can come this year and help.
Oh, great, Sally.
Okay.
This is good.
What is that?
Okay.
Which November?
1st.
Yeah, November 1st, day after Halloween.
So all the residents are invited to bring their jack-o'-lanterns that they have carved for the trick-or-treating the night before to Menorah, and we spread them all out. And last year it was a good kilometer plus that you had a loop and then we've got a little electric twinkle lights that go in each of them, which that was another part of the job. They need to be put in them and then they need to be taken out of them. It's a terrific walk. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
All the residents that came and fun for some of the children to say, oh, I saw mine and look at mine's around the bend up there and stuff. So it's a positive event. Oh, and we were going to do something different this year. We were going, because it was so freaking cold last year as a snap cold thing, and we were standing there freezing. We thought that maybe we should do one of our Winterfest apple cider pots.
Cider or hot chocolate with marshmallows, something like that would be awesome.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I could just jump in here quickly for 2 seconds. So last year after the event, the Mono Nordic Ski Club contacted us asking if they could participate, but their request was to have a information table regarding the Mono Nordic Ski Club. And I have a great relationship. Like, the town has an awesome relationship with the club. They've always been very, very helpful to us when it comes to Winterfest, with bringing out the skis and all of that. And I don't see a challenge with, letting them set up an information table close to their clubhouse or close to their equipment house there, so that they catch people as the people are coming into the entrance to the park there. So part of me was wondering, well, if they're going to do that, what should we let them do, the hot chocolate or the hot apple cider, or that be part of the Mono Nordic, kind of a way to entice people to come to their table?
For sure, that's a great idea.
What do you think, Dave? I know
Absolutely.
you're on the board there. Is that something you think that ski club would want to do or be interested in? Oh, you're muted.
Yep. Yep, I would think so. We
Okay.
got a board meeting coming up, first Tuesday of October, which is coming up pretty soon, so we could confirm that then.
Now, Kim, are you wanting, because it's manpower for us to be doing it, it'd be nice for somebody else to make the thing, or are we really trying, like it's an awesome thing that we have this Halloween residents,
Yeah.
they've carved them, we're still in Halloween season and everything, as opposed to turning it into a sales pitch for something else.
I understand that, and I think, yeah, I know where you're coming from on that. I get it. My response to that is our clubs that we have working with us. I'd like to encourage them or to support them in their opportunities to get the word out to the public about everything, the active lifestyle opportunities they offer to residents. And I think this is one way to let the ski club, be on site. These are the trails that they use throughout the winter.
But it's a mono park. It's not the ski club's park.
No. Yeah, you're correct. Yes, it is. I don't have anything to say about that. It is a monopark. But the ski club has always been very, very supportive of us at Winterfest. And if this is something that we can in turn support them with, I'm happy to do that. If you want to instead, we'll do the hot apple cider so that it brings that part of the event, or the hot chocolate, whatever we're going to do. And ask Ski Club if they'll help more with, picking up at the pumpkins at the end of the night, maybe even just helping to literally get them out there. I mean, I think Emma said we had over 200 pumpkins last year, which is a ton of work to get those pumpkins out on the trails.
That was huge work. Yeah.
So if you want to do that, like to say to Ski Club, absolutely, you can have a table set up at the entrance to just, to say, the Menora Park Trails, they're home of the Mono Nordic Ski Club.
Yeah.
Right?
I would prefer that the town, rather than the club, be giving, and I'm keen to stand there and I'll dish out you guys choose whether you want the apple cider or the hot chocolate. But I think that that this should be a town thing as opposed to a club. I mean, we're reaching a point, the whole club situation with some of our other sports that we've got in town, as the club as opposed to the resident facilities. Now of course Nordic, because of the whole equipment thing, rentals and stuff like that, and lessons and stuff like that. It is a ongoing entity that's in contrast to just we have this terrific space, and by putting your carved pumpkins, because a lot of the people who came remarkably, wow, I've never been here before. What a terrific trail. It's like, why haven't you ever been here before? So I would prefer that it be the city that's giving, or the town rather, pardon me, that be the town of Mono that's giving the drink to you, and then the ski club.
Okay, the rest of the committee, I mean,
anybody else feel strongly about that, one way or the other? Anybody else going to stand out there with me?
Yeah.
Anne?
That's true.
Well, I've got cupcakes on my mind, and here's a suggestion. If there are leftover cupcakes, as there were last year, 50 leftover cupcakes, they can also be available to those people that come and do the trail. I would love that. I had 5 dozen cupcakes in my freezer, and then I have for a year. So anyway, so
All
let's
right.
not lose that thought.
That's a good, that's a good thought. Sally?
Okay, I don't have a problem with Mono Nordic doing that because Mono Nordic's been there forever and they actually built most of those trails for their ski trails. And I think it's great to have all these clubs in Mono and offer recreation. Um, I mean, you could be at the table with them and hand it out. I don't see really what the difference is. I think if they could participate, it would be awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all for having them help out, and it just makes it easier for us. I mean, we've got so much work to do. The more hands we have, the more people are likely to volunteer for these events into the future. The more we ask ourselves to do, the tougher it will be going on to have everyone available all the time.
I know, I just am a little bit more altruistic. I really don't like the what do I get out of it thing.
But they're not getting anything out of it.
Well, yeah,
If
they
they
are.
could,
That's the point.
if we provide it for them, they just serve it. We don't charge anybody anything.
No, but
No,
they
no,
get,
no. I'm
They're
thinking,
just trying to get more members.
that's getting something because members pay.
They're
It,
offering recreation in their what do they call it? The Jackrabbit program. They're getting kids that come on the trail that are going to actually
again,
maybe go cross country skiing. That's good.
yes, again, that people pay for. That's the
Well, it
point.
could be subsidized. Yeah.
One of the things that get as a counselor that you get that you get asked about is, what I pay all these taxes. What do I get for it? So I think that that's one of the things that makes Mono very special that we do. And okay, this year we're going to try the $5 thing for the Halloween party and stuff. But the idea that it's free, our Winterfest is free. This is another free event for us, which it still is free, obviously, but by having them displaying, it's an opportunity for them to get more people. But that's fine. If I'm the only guy that doesn't that has a altruistic problem with it, then carry on. I'll give
just
them
one kind of interpretate or jumping in there. When I indicated for Mono Nordic to look after whatever beverage that I meant for that, they'll purchase it. I mean, we've got a burner. We're more than welcome to, are more than happy to share with them for sure. And our pots, but I, the setup of it, the purchasing of it, all of that, the expense, I was looking to Mono Nordic to subsidize that.
Again, that becomes even more than, but that's fine. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Sure.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. What if, okay, I got an idea. What if Mono Nordic had their table out front, we do the actual cider and we'll pay for it. We'll go back to your idea, Melinda. And we have, a member of Mono Nordic at our table, helping to hand it out. But so in other words, there'll be Mono Nordic members at their table, letting people know, hey, this is what we're doing, blah, 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 blah. Hey, if you want a cup of apple cider or hot chocolate or whatever it's going to be, head on down into the trail there and go see the recreation committee, over there. And there's, we've got some Mono Nordic people there as well. We just lost Mike. He did text me to let me know that he had 1% left on his phone. So I guess he lost his 1%.
All right. Well, no, sure. I have no problem with working with them.
Stop it.
And as everybody is involved in it, it
Took
just
you out.
just
I gave you
changes
water. I gave you dinner.
the flavor
Don't bother
of
me.
the fun night event for our residents, to be a sales pitch for something. But sure, if they're drumming, they need people. Exposure is good.
Well, why don't we just, okay, like, and I get what you're saying there. So
Yeah, I like, I agree, Melinda. But I'm thinking what we can do because I don't have right now any suggestion for this event. But I'm thinking you have a valid point though, that um, like I get that, but I don't have any concrete suggestion for now. Um,
Okay,
but
thanks for your support.
but I mean, I'm thinking of like what Sally said about uh, some discount, or what do you call it? Just uh, some, what do you call it? Some lucrative,
Acknowledge.
acknowledge or lucrative something we can tie up with them, um, in order to we both get win-win kind of thing.
Well, because again,
Um,
when you say, they've helped us out with Winterfest and everything, they do throw us a door prize, or a raffle prize, which is terrific. But
mhm.
they also spend the day, having a whole bunch of people who now will be potential members, right? I mean, the exposure in itself is a win for them, right? So I don't know
Mm.
that we've not that it's that because they've been so helpful with Winterfest that we need to add to this other event. But I'm easy. I'm easy. I will be there and I will be handing out whatever
Mhm.
table you tell me to put it at, and I have absolutely no. I think apple cider I think is easier in that it's just one jug. You put it in the thing and you heat it up and then scoop it out, as opposed to the reconstituting and having the water with the hot chocolate. But again, whichever, I just am thinking back to last year, how freaking cold. I think I've mentioned that already a couple of times. How all of a sudden cold it was on November.
So just a couple of points on this one. So in order for people to walk around with that, we're going to have lids on the cups. So we're going to have cups with lids.
You do? Okay. Can't I fill their cup half full? But okay. Good point. Good point. That costs more money.
That's going to cost more money for the cups because we always use recyclable. Of course, I'll contact our MP's office or MPP's office to see if we can't get
This
those
labeled one.
cups for this event. And whether or not they have lids, we'll see.
It's like a waste of lids. It's a waste.
And,
Yeah,
Sally?
the only other thing I can think of is on the posters, Emma, if you can bring your own cup, and we'll be happy to fill it with a hot beverage.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah, that's
So
a great idea.
in other words, we just simply say we don't have cups. There won't be cups there. But if you bring your own cup, we'll fill it with a hot beverage.
Yeah, and that helps get rid of like the potential for garbage on the trails and littering and the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Sally, you had your hand up.
Well, I was just gonna, I thought if the drinks are at the end, are the drinks at the beginning or the end? Or is it in out?
It's an in and out, right? It's a out and back.
Okay, it's not a loop. Okay.
It is a loop.
Well, it is a loop, but the entrance is a lollipop.
Okay. Because if they got the drinks at the end, then it wouldn't be as much of a problem, but.
But the idea of the drink is for them to stay warm while they're out there walking around.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next thing about this is music. We had talked about that music, and I'm thinking when we say music, we're thinking of the, that kind of really good music.
Halloween soundtrack.
Yeah. So are we thinking of having the music right out on the trails, or are we thinking of just having like a just trying to think. We have power in the, what do you call it, the picnic shelter. So we could bring a speaker there, but to me, the real great effect would be for it to be out on the trails. So, but I don't know how to do that.
Well, there is power out on the trails because the ski club puts up lights.
would the
Is that
power be
right?
turned on by then, Dave?
Pardon?
Will the power be turned on by then?
Well, it can be turned on if you contact Ross Martin and ask him to turn it on.
Okay.
But the question is, will the lights all be connected by then? And I don't know the answer to that. So this is November 1st. I suspect the lights will not be up yet,
Right.
which means you could ask Ross Martin to turn the power on from his house, and you could plug into one of the outlets that are along the trail where they normally plug in the lights.
Okay. My only concern on that is if we've got the power on along the trail is the safety. If those outlets are live,
Oh, they're all outdoor outlets, Kim. They've got covers on them.
okay, so I won't have any liability issues, Dave?
No,
Just if you
Okay.
have a.
Okay.
if you have
Oh,
a
but then
Now,
projector out there
yeah,
at
what do we plug
29.
into it?
so then is it, do I go to Broadway Music and see about what we can rent, and then do we have someone like basically standing at that, if they've got a cell phone or whatever, we're going to need someone out there
Is
hanging
there,
on to this. Like,
yeah,
how
is
do
there
we do
I
this?
talked to
I
Shelby
love the
today.
idea, I just need to know the logistics of making it happen.
Shelby had an idea. She said that I was talking to her today about this after we talked, Kim, and she said there is speakers that talk to each other, and she would tell me more. She didn't. She was at Mona Community Center and couldn't send me the links, but that we could connect multiple speakers. We'd have to buy them, unless we can rent them from somewhere. But you can connect multiple speakers, so as they're going, the sound, you only need one phone, and the same thing is going throughout the trails.
It's really cool.
So I wonder how many speakers we would have to have. Probably 5. What do you think, Dave? You're my,
I don't know.
oh,
Yeah, I have two speakers that I can connect up to my phone, but with Bluetooth, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. It might be worth trying to rent something to plug in. If the pavilion is, we start and the pavilion's over there and the power, like, it might be worthwhile to just kind of put something in the center of the woods, particularly because it's a loop that people could hear around. And if it were a large enough speaker, and just had the one phone controlling it, as opposed to trying to, because I know the Bluetooth thing has to connect all the way along. It's not necessarily that the two speakers connect to each other in a chain. It's that they're both connected to the phone. So I think they have to be close enough. I know mine have to be, I've got these little portable, awesome outdoor speakers, but they need to be fairly close together.
yeah.
To the phone, each of them to the phone.
Okay.
Because it's Bluetooth, because we don't have any Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a whole nother story in a house, right? So,
yes.
But there, you can get some really big speakers to rent that you just hook up to a phone and it plays out in the woods. I've done
Okay,
that.
so I will look into, or the recreation department will look into the logistics of having music out there,
Yeah.
like a
It'd be
Halloween
great
set.
because at the very least we could have music at the entrance or at one spot if somebody's going to stand. I mean, yeah, it was kind of nice to be standing at the entrance, but then on the other hand, maybe to be standing up where, like Sally says, where it becomes a loop by that map kiosk thing. We could also have a station there, right? In which case, then if you had music there, then people could hear the music when they're going out and hear the music when they're coming back. Versus where we were standing by the parking lot, you got to come all the way out over the dam.
Yeah.
That is no longer a dam, and to hear the music, right?
Yep. Okay, so we will look after. We'll see what we can find out.
Or we could ask the Nordic Ski Club, do you ever have music out there when you do your nighttime riding and nighttime skiing? Maybe they do. Maybe they already have it figured out.
Maybe they do.
Because they do have nighttime skiing sometimes, right?
Yeah, but I
As
don't think I've
special
never
event.
seen them have music. Okay. Okay, so I need to move us along only because I am required to be in another meeting at 7 p.m. So
Okay, well then we'll need to move to the next meeting, wanting to talk about Make Mono Shine, which we need to discuss pretty quickly. The Harvest Euchre night, who's
Can
coming
all
to,
those be moved to the following meeting, Kim? Because like Harvest Euchre, we look after registration anyways, as long as everybody can put that in their calendar that they'll be there.
yeah,
We
what
can do
date,
so.
what date did you choose? Did you say November something?
Friday, November 15th.
Yeah.
15. Euchre, okay. I will advise whether I'm around or not. My daughter's bought a new house and they close on the 19th. So I said that I would, if she wants, like this is hot off the press, just found out today. So if she wants, I said I would come and bring home some of that furniture that I gave her. So I might not be here then, but anyway, that's to be
Okay.
followed. So, okay, so November 15th, and then we'll move the other items. Make Mono Shine, just more discussion about the and the discussion about the meetings. How did this virtual work out? I mean, it's awesome that RuPaul was able to be with us because you've been having to work and stuff. How has the Zoom thing been working? Everybody feels good about that?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
Thumbs up.
good. Yeah,
RuPaul's thumbs up. Anne, your thumbs up.
it's
Yeah.
not there.
Is everyone good with this as a meeting time, 5:30 p.m.? I think on our schedule, I had originally had it at 5 p.m. What's
Well,
the preferred? I know for Mike, it's the later it is, the better it is right now. I think he's probably getting close or closer to the end of his tennis lessons.
yeah, this suits me, 5:30 to 7, because I have another meeting to join on Wednesday, every Wednesday.
All right.
Okay.
And Sally and Dave, you're good with this time? Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we'll stick with that. What's the
sorry,
date?
Anne, you're good with this time?
I already asked Dan.
Yep.
So
Oh, she has a question. Hannah's
Just-
question.
This time is fine with me. However, we are in Boston on that date, on the 23rd. So I cannot guarantee that I can make the meeting. It's yeah.
Okay.
I
That's
can
fine.
try, but I can't guarantee because
Right.
it's not
Okay.
my schedule I'm on. That's not somebody else's schedule I'm on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Lucky duck. I love Boston. Okay. So October 23rd at 5:30 we'll meet on the go-to again. And thank you everybody. Do I need a motion to adjourn? Do anybody want to move? It's Anne wants to move it. RuPaul wants to second it. All those in favor of adjourning now at 19:06. Thank you very much, everybody, for a great meeting, and see you in October.
Kim, you'll have to stop the recording. I won't let me.
Yep.
Okay, we can leave.
Bye, everyone.
Night, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night. Nice.